Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. We are very excited to be presenting our barnyard animals that we offer here at Realityworks with all of you. Before we get started, I do have a couple housekeeping issues to talk about. We will be recording the webinar and emailing it out to all attendees, as well as posting it on realityworks.com. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, we ask that you use the chat feature in the corner, and we will get to all of those after our presentation is done. Our presenter today is Jamie McIntosh. He is our product manager for our agriculture line here at Realityworks, and I will pass the webinar over to him.
So I want to thank you for taking the time with us today and want to just kind of introduce our Barnyard Animals for our agriculture education line of products that we have here at Realityworks. So really appreciate you taking the time. So want to just tell you a little bit about Realityworks. We are in schools all over the United States and throughout the world, and we really focus on having our products be useful in the classroom and really working with the needs that you, the educator, talk to us about. So one of the things we have is we are educator partners with a lot of different areas, including career and technical education member, but also with the Association for Agriculture Educators as well. We do a lot of conferences, a lot of conversations with educators, asking them what is it that you need and how can we bring the farm into the classroom. And how we feel that we can do this, and we do this well, is through bringing interactive learning aids and curriculum into the classroom. So really excited to kind of share with you some of the things we do. And as you may or may not know, we are part of a lot of different areas within career and technical education, from family consumer science, health science, agriculture, and then also welding and trade skills. Today, we're going to really focus on the agriculture world. So I want to talk a few highlights of our barnyard animals here. So one of the things is I put up here is we have a lot of different barnyard animals. We have the cow, we have horse, pig, goat, sheep, and those are what we would call our large animals. And then we also have our smaller animals. And in our large barnyard animal, we also have a large dog, but it's probably wouldn't consider it a large animal. We'll show it to you in a little bit here. But we also have different animals in the sense of smaller animals like our chicken, cat, rabbit, a small dog, and then also our fish model. So a lot of different animal models for you to have your students be able to use and show in the classroom, hands-on learning through these different products. Now, another thing we also have is we don't just have full models like you just saw, but we also have digestive models that are focused just on certain systems within the animal. So we also have models of the cow ruminant, we have the horse stomach model, and then also the pig stomach model. These are, again, products that you can take apart and you can actually see. And we'll show you some of our large animals, but wanted to talk just about the smaller models as well that you can get if that's an interest to you as well, kind of more focused on certain systems within the animal. We also have our reproductive system models, and in this case, these are our life-size anatomical models that really kind of show students the different reproductive features within the animal. We also have our kidney models. Kidney models here are really focusing on the urinary area of each animal, and we have it in our cow, pig, and then in the dog as well. And then we also have the hoof and udder models from our cow hoof model and our horse hoof model, and also our cow udder model. And I'll give a little presentation a little later on each one of these and kind of some of the features they have. Now, the great thing about all of our products is that we bring a curriculum to these products. So we have things like our cow model, which has 3 lesson hours. And so really, if you think about it, there's 3 lessons. Each lesson lasts between about 45 minutes to 60 minutes. And it goes through things like the beef and dairy cow anatomy, ruminant systems, and then reproductive systems as well. Now, we also have for our individual models, like our stomach models or our reproductive tracts, we also have lessons for those, focusing in just on those focused areas in that world. So we have curriculum that walks through, and each curriculum has PowerPoint slides, has presentations. It goes through and gives assessments for students. It gives them curriculum in the sense of worksheets, and also different kind of note-taking activities and activities within the classroom using the models themselves. So I'm also excited to introduce some of our new animals. Some of our new animals that we have this year include curriculum once again. Some of you may know it's not as new, but our bovine breeder artificial insemination simulator is all about reproductive systems and working through cow and bull reproductive system, but really then focusing in on what is the principles of artificial insemination and then also the technique of them. We also have some other products here just showing you that they include curriculum is our bovine injection simulator and then our milking udder simulation as well. So just to kind of share some of these newer ones that we have that we'll talk about is we have a cow anatomy 3D flip chart. And the great thing about this is that it allows you to see kind of the exterior, the 3D view of the cow, but then each layer opens up and you get to see inside of the cow. So you get to see the skeletal system. You open up and you get to see the organs, and then actually have cutaways of the organs as well. We also have our milking udder simulator here, and this is a great feature for you as well to be able to look at, because on this feature you can actually see the different ways you actually would do milking. You can also do different types of testing in this udder simulator. You can do a California mastitis test with this. You can check to see if there's other problems that it might have. So it's a feature for you to actually kind of see how it can help and what it can do for you. We also have a beef and meat 3D, beef and pork 3D meat cut poster. This is a great new tool that we have, and what it does is it aligns with the FFA and 4-H meat evaluation or the meat judging meat cuts. And so it goes through the primals, and it's a 3D print, but it also has all the different primals that you would need to know for your judging and your evaluation. Then we also have the bovine injection simulator. The bovine injection simulator is one of our newest products where it actually allows you to inject into the cow, into the neck, into the injection zone, with needles being able to do both subcutaneous and also doing intramuscular, but it also has a jugular so you can withdraw, and then it also has the ability for you to do ear tagging and also implanting. All right, one of the things we really are excited about is what we call is kind of our barnyard or our farmland packages and our areas in here where you really get a lot of different hands-on learning tools. Now, one of the great things about our products here with these ag education models is that these are things that students can touch and feel. They can get right in, these products open up, you can see the inside organs of the animals, you can see how the systems work together. And we have some great animal options here for you, from, our cat and our small dog here, to we have both our goat and sheep models. And then here's our large dog, where you can actually get both the small and the large dog, so you can have student manipulatives, you can use it as demonstration tools as well. Some of our other animals that we have are animals that get a lot of use in the barnyard are things like our cow, and we also have horse. We have a chicken model. We even have a fish model. All of these able to take pieces apart, see inside what's going on, how they work, what are the different systems that are available. So all these different products are really for the student to be able to get hands-on. Things that you can't get in the classroom a lot of times because they're out on the farm and you can't bring your students there, so we want to bring them into the classroom. And so one of the things I want to show you is how do these all work together. So we're going to actually go and use our pig model to show what's inside and how you can incorporate them into your classroom. So this is our pig model. And we've taken it apart today so you can kind of see how to use it, what's inside, kind of how it all works. So for example, just like our other products that we have here, it's a cross-sectional piece that comes apart. Now with this, you can see you have the outer piece that actually can go inside. It actually comes apart with both pins and then also with magnets, and so you can actually work in and see the different features that are a part of the outer part of the pig anatomy. Then once you open it up, now what I've done is I've taken it apart a little. So this is where your students can actually get that hands-on understanding, where they can go through individual systems. If you want to talk through the stomach, you can actually have the students be able to just focus on the stomach alone. Now, in this case, the stomach comes apart. It has the different textures and the features that you can actually see and that you talk about in a classroom setting with PowerPoint slides and things of that nature. Now it comes to life. They can actually see and feel it and understand how it actually works with other parts of the body of the pig as well, how it actually fits in, where the different features go and are involved there as well. Same thing, I have the heart out here, is it allows you to be able to open up, see the different chambers of the heart, understand the vessels and the arteries and how they all work, and then also be able to understand how it works with the whole system. So one of the things we really kind of focus on is how systems work individually. We have curriculum that talks through the digestive system, the reproductive system, and how they work by themselves, but then it also brings it all together, brings those systems together so you can see everything involved here. As I was talking about the reproductive system. You can actually see how the small and large intestine work through and come back, and how digestion actually is working within this product, this animal. But then we also have the reproductive system. In this case, it shows you the fallopian tubes, how it works. You can take it off, see inside where and what that all is working, how the reproductive tract actually is working on this animal. This is the same thing that we have for all of our different animals. If it's the dog, if it's the horse, if it's the cow, if it's goat or sheep, any of these animals that you are looking for to really bring new learning or continued learning into your classroom, where students can touch and feel, they can pass it around, they can interact with it, they can see the outside, the inside, how those things work together. Even this, they have, you can talk about hoof care, you can talk about different needs that they have, and what you're going to do with these animals. In the real world, it really brings it back home with our learning aids, allowing you to see the models and how they work together. So as you kind of see the different pieces and the products here, we also have a curriculum that we work with, which I want to talk a little bit about that as well. We also have, as we focus in this world, we also have the ability to connect the dots in the sense of not only systems, but also with other products that we have. And so we want to share with some of our newest products we have coming up right now. So one of the things we want to show with some of our new products, and we have a lot of great new products really focusing in on ag. We've asked you, the teachers, what are things that you want, and we've tried to provide you with really quality learning aids and simulation to be able to share with this. So some of our great features here is, for example, with our cow model, we have a great cow model, but sometimes you want to focus just on one real thing. And so in this case, we have an udder model as well. It's a cutaway udder model that allows you to see the different veins, see how the mammary gland really works, and how you can actually not only talk about the milking process, but how is milk created, what you can go through there. So this is a hands-on learning tool. It actually comes off the base, so you can pick it up, you can share it with your students and be able to see that as well. Now, in that case, we also have some animal hoof models. Again, these can come off the base as well. They open up and you can see the cow hoof. And so you can see inside what's involved there. We also have the horse hoof here. So the actual bones come off so that students can actually see them, understand what's going on, how they all work together, the importance of hoof care. And so we have individualized tools, training tools for your students to be able to understand and work there. Now, we also have simulation. As much as we have with the models and the hands-on, it's also that understanding of getting to feel and know that simulation. So what you see here is our bovine milking udder simulation. This actually allows you to put in different types of milk into that, or food coloring, or things to show the diseases. You can do a California mastitis test on it. It has the ability to open up. It has different bottles in here, so you can put in different things. You can have students actually understand how this works, what is interacting. You can bring it for exploratory classes and for students who are interested in how that all the milking process works. It's a hands-on simulator for students to be able to understand and be able to use. And like we've said before, we're always trying to find new products that really engage student understanding. One of the things we have here is our beef cuts poster. Now this poster is a beef and pork cuts, and it's a 3D model. So it's not like your normal poster that you have. This actually has the contours of the primals, where they are located, what it feels like for the ribs and for the different parts of the animal. And then it also has the different primals and what are the cuts on the poster here for your students to be able to see, to touch and feel, to be able to understand what is going on in that world. So we have the poster there as well for simulation. And then we also have, and kind of focusing on some of our animal here, with especially with the cow, is our cow anatomy 3D flip chart here. What this is this a great piece. This is whiteboard accessible. I can actually write on this, but one of the great features is that it opens up. It is cut in the middle, so I can actually open up and look inside of the cow. Look at the skeleton, look at the internal organs of the animal. I can open up again and look inside of cutaway views of the organs. You can actually see, in this case, how big the stomach really is in comparison to the rest of the animal on the cow. You can be able to see with great graphics here all the different pieces, from the heart to the reproductive tract and the reproductive system. We also have call-outs here, so you can talk about what are the different features within that reproductive system and what is actually happening there for that. We have call-outs for the hoof, and then also for the hindquarters of the cow for kind of judging purposes and inspection purposes. So this is another feature. It comes on a wheelable and also lockable stand, so you can have it. It also has the ability to be a desktop model, or it can be screwed right into your classroom wall for that purpose as well. So we're including different products here that really we're trying to incorporate the barnyard into your classroom. You don't know all the time when an animal might be in heat. You can't get your students to the farm when it's time to artificially inseminate. You a lot of times can't inject animals because the farmer doesn't want students to be able to do that. So we're bringing those things into the classroom, going from the farm to the classroom, bringing educational simulation and also hands-on learning tools for you to be able to use in your classrooms for your students to learn the great skills of agriculture.
Thank you, Jamie. At this time, I just wanted to open it up for any questions that any of the attendees might have. And while we wait to see if any questions come in, I did want to mention we do have 2 more webinars coming up this February focused on our agriculture line of products. The first one is the ins and outs of using simulation to teach bovine artificial insemination. This one will take a deep dive into how you bring the AI techniques into the classroom, and will feature our bovine breeder artificial insemination simulator that we offer. The one we have coming up in later February, on February 26th, is using hands-on learning aids and simulation to teach animal science for agriculture education. This was a presentation that we had done earlier this year at a conference and received a best practice award for. And it's going to go into some of the techniques we use behind the scenes to bring on some of the products that you can kind of take those concepts to incorporate into the classroom as well. And it looks like we do have one question in regards to the bovine breeder artificial inseminator. Is it possible to do the actual technique of insemination on it? And yes, this simulator was created with realism to be able to do the technique right within the classroom. In case you can't get out to the farm or you can't find a contact to allow students to be doing this training, we created a simulator for them to do it right in the classroom. I encourage you to go to realityworks.com and look for the bovine breeder out there for more details and a video, or else attend the February 21st webinar on this that our product manager, Jamie, will be presenting as well. Not seeing any other questions. Just a reminder, again, we will send this recording out to you, and we hope to see you on future webinars. Thanks for attending.